Beautiful Friday morning, December 12th. Fantasy Island Mountain Bike Park, Tucson, Arizona. Out here for a ride today. Sun is shining bright. Close to 8 a.m. I'm on the Bunny Connector. And it's wonderful out here. Pretty chilly. But I've got on some light knee pads, which are helping keep my knees warm. Gloves, riding gloves, help my hands. T-shirt and a long sleeve flannel. And I can roll up the sleeves or unbutton if I need to. If I get warm, once I get warmed up. Unfortunately, it's just chilly enough that my left eye is dripping. It's tearing up. And all kinds of tracks out here in the sand today. Look like javelina tracks. That would not surprise me at all, of course. Oh shit. I don't think I want to go that way. So I've had something on my mind lately. And here's a little backstory, I guess. So I've been in customer service and or retail for years. I started out of high school working in movie theaters. So between, you know, being an usher, working concession stand, the box office, things like that, dealing with customers, you know, it's all customer service related. And one thing I picked up on pretty quickly was how people treated other people. It's like when you become a customer and you have to deal with somebody that's giving you the service, right? It seems like expectations for things in life become really high. Yippee, come on now. You can do it. There you go. Almost got bogged down in that sand. So we've always heard, you know, the customer's always right. And we always know that that is not actually the case. However, in terms of a business providing a service to someone, all that really means is the customer needs to leave there happy, right? Most often, that means do whatever you have to do to make the customer walk away happy, so that they don't have bad feelings toward the business, so that they'll come back, so that they won't tell a bunch of their friends how crappy their experience was. I mean, whatever. All that. And I get it. As a business, you need to keep your customers happy. But we, as customers, and I'm speaking in generalities here, have turned into a bunch of shitheads. And I think there's a lot involved in why that's the case. You know, like everything these days is I can get it right now, right? And I want it right now, and I deserve it right now. That's really caused a problem in the customer service world. I've been out of the movie theater business for a long time now. And I went into grocery retail. And it's just as bad there. Trying to remember where I turned off last time. But I remember this, so I think it's up here ways. It goes to Bunny's Revenge and then ends up on Houghton, I do believe. Shit. Yeah, it's right here. Yeah. This is where I turn. Thank God for the dork disc. Again, I have friction shifter on this thing. And ever since I changed my brake and shifter cables, hasn't been quite right on the shifting. Tried to adjust it a couple times. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. It's a distinct possibility that that is true. Okay. I believe that this is going to be the bunny trail coming. I mean, the Bunny's Revenge coming up here. Be the second time I've ridden it. It's very twisty, turny. Fun single track. I'm taking it easy because, you know, I'm on my 86 Fuji Boulevard XC. No suspension. I've turned into a gravel bike, which in my book makes this super fun. Anyway, whoop. So we've all turned into a bunch of shitheads because of modern day convenience, right? In my opinion. But it's an opinion based on experience because I've been in customer service, whether in movie theaters or grocery retail, for almost my entire working life. I'm 52. I started working when I was 16. So it's not like, you know, I just don't like people. I mean, I really kind of don't. In mass anyway, you know, when you get them all together and shit. But there's reasons, you know. Hey, there we go, Bunny's Revenge, this way. So my reaction toward all this isn't just because I'm an idiot. Although, I mean, maybe a little. Yeah. You know, a mountain bike would be much better for this, but I have what I have. So there we go. Anyway, besides, this is freaking fun. And I've seen this evolution almost, where people were generally decent. Something went wrong. For example, something went wrong at a movie theater. I was in, you know, I did everything, but for the longest time I was a projectionist. And if a film breaks, back when we had film, before digital, you know, it happens, man. But people come out and they want to throw every little instance of why they're angry at you in the book that they can possibly find. And you know, some of it may be true. I always realize that. Yeah, people have kids, they have to get babysitters. You know, they go out, It's expensive to fucking go out. You got dinner, and a movie, babysitter. You know, you're probably spending close to $200 for an evening out with your sweetheart. And when you don't make that much, like a lot of us don't, that's a lot of money, man, for an evening out. And I get why you'd be disappointed, right? But very few times you're going to walk out of that movie theater not being able to finish the movie. In the grand scheme of things, if a film breaks, I could just fix it. It'd take me maybe 5 minutes, you know? Splice the film back together, get it all rethreaded and started, and there you go. Done. But then after the movie, they come out and they yell at you, man. You've ruined our evening. This was our special evening, you know, just all that. And the grocery store, heaven forbid you should be out of something on the shelves or be in their way, you know, as they're shopping. They could be in your way all they want, but you cannot be in theirs. So, story time. Not too long ago, I was at work. This was less than a month ago, probably. And I walked down an aisle. I needed to get something from the shelf. And there was a lady standing there looking at a shelf, looking at all the products on it. She didn't have anything in her hands or nothing like that. She was just staring at the shelf for whatever reason. And she had a shopping cart in front of her up against this same shelf, but, you know, a section down from her so she could see the shelf she was looking at. And I needed something from the shelf that her cart was parked in front of. So I politely walked around her to the other side of her cart. So I was, you know, standing away from her. And I said, "Hey, ma'am, how you doing?" I said, do you mind if I move your cart just a little bit? I need to grab something that's right behind it. And she ignored me. Continued to stare at the shelf. I know she was there. I know she was. I mean, I know that she knew I was there. But she just ignored me. And so I said, okay. I said, "Ma'am, would you mind if I go ahead and just move the cart real quick? I need to grab something that's on that shelf right there." And without even looking at me. Okay, do you remember in the 90s? The whole talk to the hand thing, right? Okay, keep that in mind. So she holds up her arm, extends her hand to where her palm is facing and equal to my face without even looking at me. She didn't say, talk to the hand. She didn't say no. She didn't say shit. She just continued to look at the wall in front of her and give me the hand. The employee who has a job to do, who was asking politely, twice asked politely, gave me the hand. Real story, actually happened just like that. So I, out loud, said, okay. And I put my hands behind my back, clasped them behind my back, and stood there. And I literally just stared at her until she moved her cart. Never made eye contact with me. Nothing. This is what I'm talking about, folks, okay? No reason for her to do that. You know what? I know people have bad days. I get it. Believe me, I deal with all kinds of neat little stuff in my head. I know what a bad day is all about. Okay? It's not a competition, but I have them more often than I don't have them. I'm working to change that, but that's a different story, a different conversation for a different time. I would never consider doing that to somebody, even on my worst day. Okay? There's no reason for it. I got sweat in my eye. God damn. It hurts. Anyway, no reason, man. But there we are. And this is what I'm talking about, y'all. Okay? Why do this? Why treat people like crap? Because I'm a low-wage earner in a retail environment? And so what? Am I just not as good as you? Is that what you think? Man, I'm just a normal person trying to make it in this world, just like anybody else. But this goes so much further than a retail environment. I see it everywhere. In stores, at gas stations, on the street, at a red light, at a homeless person on a street corner. You see it on TV, this reality culture that we have. I'm gonna be that old man for a second and say that has not helped. That has not helped our situation. Reality TV and social media and shit like that. You know, we're just degrading ourselves, each other. We live in a throwaway world. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's the problem. We live in a throwaway world where my wife and I were just talking about this. In fact, we talk about it quite often. Where you buy something, use it till it breaks or you're bored of it, throw it away, buy something new. Are we treating people that way? You know what I'm saying? I'm beginning to feel like I took a wrong turn. I'm not heading in the direction I wanted to head in. I think I should have gone straight way back there instead of making this turn. I'm betting I'm gonna getting ready to come back out where I entered. I think I just made a loop. Yeah, look at that. That's the trail. One way, snake dance and bunny. You know what? Yeah, screw it. Let's take it. Hello. I feel like this is a part I've never been on before. Maybe it connects to the bunny up here. Oh, hello. Yeah, buddy. What's up? Ah, yeah. Woo. Yeah. I definitely have not been on this. I wonder if this is snake dance. Well, I'm glad I'm filming. Oop. I'm really testing my skills today. I can't see the trail in front of me for the sun. We're gonna try to keep this video about 15, 20 minutes or so, but now that I'm on this new trail I've never been on, I want to stop filming. There we go. Turn my hat around. Nah, it's dumb. Okay, so anyway, just fucking, we just need to stop. I mean, I don't see it happening, to be honest, right? I think it's something we're always just gonna have to put up with, and it might just get worse. I mean, something really big would have to happen in order for this to feel better. I think. I don't know what that big thing is, but whatever it is, I just truly believe it'd have to be a pretty serious thing. Whoop. There we go. Oh man. I'm gonna take a break right here. Grab myself something to eat and take a whiz. So, you know, all that I say, none of what I've said has been something like, oh, it just popped into my head. This is stuff I've experienced for years, you know. I may have been called names. And I gotta tell you, I'm trying to be as nice as I possibly can out there because, again, it's customer service and you don't win customers by being a dickhead to them. But I'm also not willing to be used as a punching bag. Maybe I'm in the wrong business. Maybe I've just gotten so tired of it that I can't handle it anymore. But I don't know. Ooh, I feel like I'd be just fine if you know, people would just calm the hell down. Stop acting like every little thing is the end of your world. And while you're at it, remember, I'm a person too, just like you. Boy, it's barren out here, isn't it? I'm a person just like you. I got a family. Got a woman that I love. Got a son. A job, a car payment, you know. Just as many bills as you have. But maybe it's because I've been in customer service so long that I have a different perspective than these folks do. Oh, yeah, there we go. You know, because I am tired of being treated like shit. And maybe they're just not treated like shit enough to understand what it feels like. But I can't turn around and treat them like shit just to teach them a lesson. Ouch, that had thorns on it. I can't just teach them a lesson. It's not my job. You know, in fact, I'll lose my job if I try. So there we go, I guess. Whoa, shit. I almost went into that thing. Anyway. Oh man, that's what I wanted to do, huh? Well, let's turn around and hit it. Anyway, folks, again, I'm not imagining this. I'm not just trying to be an ass. Something I've noticed for a long time. And it's something that has bugged me for a long time. And it's not just a matter of, oh, they're just being people, let them be. Man, there's so many of us that, you know, it's overwhelming. So I guess, and look, a ton more can be said about this. And I've got a little more while on this trail today. But I'm gonna cut it as far as this conversation is concerned by saying this. Make a real effort to better yourself by treating people better. Look, I am guilty as freaking charged. Okay? My crap usually comes from when I'm just tired of being treated like crap all day. And then it's like I get, well, so they're gonna do that to me. Hello, cactus and sand. And I'm like, if they're gonna do that to me, well, screw it, I'm gonna do it to them. I can't think like that. Because then I'm just helping to perpetuate this whole slimy bullshit. All right, we're getting close. Getting relatively close. You know how I know that? Because of this bad mamma jamma. Look at that. Huh? I love this saguaro. It's not in good shape, I understand, but holy moly. This thing's awesome. There's a couple of them around here like that too. One in that direction, if you can see it. All right, I think I'm gonna cut this video right here. I'll be done with it. I have just a little bit more to go, but it's pretty much just the exit and all that. So look, y'all, really try to be nice to each other, nice to yourself. If you're nice to yourself, it really helps you be nice to others. And I believe that is 100% true. Be nice to yourself, and it'll help you be nice to others. I'm having a wonderful day, folks. And if you're watching this, I hope you are too. See you next time.
You want some food? You want some food? You want some food?